Hello everyone, my name is Victoria, and today I'll be talking to you about Pedicites frigidus, which is a plant species native to the Arctic and the North Slope of Alaska, and its potential to indicate when there are petrochemical contamination, such as gasoline, diesel, and other chemical contamination. So, in the North Slope of Alaska, there are currently over 500 bulk fuel facilities that holds petroleum waste. And if you know anything about the North Slope of Alaska, it's a difficult place to reach, especially the rural parts. So whatever kinds of fuel comes into the place must stay there. So that creates the need for these bulk fuel facilities. For these same reasons, these facilities are also difficult to maintain because they're difficult to get to, they're resource intensive, and this leads to oftentimes leakage from these facilities, causing contamination in the environment. So in this project, we look at the native plant Pedicites frigidus as a potential indicator of this contamination. And the purpose of this study is to improve the abilities for early oil contamination detection in cost-effective ways because of the entities that are in charge of this, including DHS entities, Coast Guard, NOAA, EPA. These are all very costly procedures, and we want to aid in that. So what are bioindicators? Bioindicators are plants that respond to environmental change in a way that is easy to observe. And so that's why we chose this plant specifically. This plant is common around these bulk fuel facilities, and it's easy to identify and has been identified in previous studies that has hinted at its potential to change or react with oil contamination. So during the summer of 2024, I ran a controlled field experiment in Utqiagvik, Alaska, and I planted samples of this plant in different levels of oil contamination. And throughout that time, I measured the physical and spectral response to the contamination, spectral response being its interaction to the light. So in this first graph in the middle, what we're seeing is basically the leaf's growth over time. And for each treatment, it'll be indicated by different colors. What we're seeing essentially is that all the treatments grew. And so this is showing us that even though these plants were under contamination, they all were resilient to that change. So this is a good indicator for it to be a potential contender for a contamination. And the second part of this, the spectral response, which is the second graph, this is essentially how the light interacts with the plant. And if you were just looking at this at a glance, you'll see that it's very spectrally mixed. There's not much we can say about it. They're very similar, and although there are some differences in height, their shape is overall the same. So our final takeaways are that this seems to be a first study to explore the potential of plants to serve as petrochemical contaminators in the Arctic. So our preliminary results suggest that physical monitoring is promising, and with a longer duration of an experiment, we believe there might be better clues in the spectral response as well.